Boom, and we are live. Just make sure everything looks good here. All right. So today, what we are going to be working on is organizing my dot files. Now, I've already organized them a little bit. I got my i3 done. I got polybar, PyCon, all the main ones. We just got to figure out, or not even figure out. We just got to fill in the rest into this X11 folder, because I am setting up, as you may notice here, there's a Wayland folder. Or let me go ahead and switch the proper view here. All right. So as you may notice, we have an X11 folder and we have a Wayland. Now, the X11 folder is, it's fairly self-explanatory. But basically, what I want to do is have a login on my computer where I can log in and have like an X11 session, for gaming, things like that. And then I've been wanting to switch to Wayland. So I want to have another login option where I can choose Wayland. Now, unfortunately, it's not as clear cut and dry to separate packages and config files and things like that, as you would expect. So what I have to do is manually set up dot files in order to split my config between X11 and Wayland. But so we got our i3 here, we got our main config, which is just a bunch of includes. And then it's fairly, i3 gaps has their own config, i3 modes. Put all the different modes in here. Yeah. And then this is called shared scripts, but I should probably rename it to hardware, just because that's what it's called somewhere else. Hardware, and then here, let's go ahead and change that to hardware. All right. So I did have AI go through and make sure that all the links, because if we look at like really any of these keybinds that do like a script, or what's a good example? So like if we look at these toggle programs, it's got our PyCon toggle as well as our polybar toggle. And the config path, they all had to be changed. So I used AI to go through and change all the URLs to what they should be. But yeah. So now we just gotta add a whole bunch more. Alright, and then I believe if I go to Claude should have a list of everything. Look at our to-do here. Alright. So we got our configs to track. These are the shared ones. And then we got our X11 specific and Wayland future. So that said, let's just go ahead and start with the shared. To make this easier for us, I am going to open up Obsidian. And I actually just have the same thing copy and pasted over here. And so what we're gonna do is we're going to, oh yeah, I also have the repo open as well. Let me check on this real quick. All right, stream is healthy, perfect. All right, but we're basically just gonna go through and check off each one. So let's work on btop. Or actually, I'm gonna close that out and I'm gonna put it over here. So that way I can see it while working on other stuff. Alright. So if I cd.config or let's ls.config. All right, so we got a lot that we got to work with here. What does this read me? Oh, it's for my theme switcher. Okay. I couldn't figure out how to get Pywall to work when I first downloaded my computer, so I just made my own theme switcher. But let's start with btop. So ls.con home/.config btop. All right, and then themes is just empty. So let's go ahead and copy, or let's make btop first. And copy home/.config btop top.conf /x11 top.conf. All right, and then let's just make sure there's not anything that we need to. I don't have any scripts or anything like that, so this should be fine as it is. All right, so that's btop. Check that off. Oh wait, no, these are shared, so these actually need to move into shared. All right. So we have btop, we have kitty, and let's go ahead and lt home/.config and vim. All right. Do I need to copy it recursively? It says the entire directory. So okay. Hell yeah. Let's also do that real quick. And we'll do this real quick. Let's try to get these in the same order. They appear over here. And then let's lt.config or home/.config. Yeah, it's just the file there. Let's copy home/.config starship.toml. To /shared starship star dot. Let's go ahead and make the starship directory real quick. There we go. All right. Now we gotta do git lt home/.config git. What is this? Guess we'll skip that for now. lt home/.config font config. Then let's go ahead and create a new folder. Font config. And then let's go ahead and copy home/.config font config to /shared font config fonts.conf. Alright. We don't even need htop, bro. I mean, I'll do it anyway. Why not? Htop RC, and we'll copy that to our shared as well. Htop. Alright. Do I even have NeoFetch? I swear I removed that. Alright. I also remove Yahtzee. Micro I can also remove right now. And then Mopity I also deleted. I think I got rid of MPV as well. Then we have GTK 2.0 and GTK 3.0. Why do I have 2.0 and 3.0? I'm not sure. GTK file chooser .ini. Also on GTK dash 0.0. Copy home slash dot config GTK. Oh. Got bookmarks and settings. We'll just copy over the settings first. Well, that should also work, right? Alright, that's kind of cool. It will just auto imply the name. Alright, and then we have Thanar. And let's go ahead and copy -r /.config .r /shared. Alright, so those are the GTK. R equals force shared / R target equals .config / R. Alright. And we have our let's copy that. Let's make a new folder. We'll just call this pass xc. Pass x. Alright. Hell yeah. Alright, and then we got flame shots. And just gonna make a flame shot folder. / shared shot. Alright, then we have lt home /.config yes /studio. Loki has a lot. Says to do their global any, user any, basic. Honestly, I kind of want to leave this just as is. Can I do that though? All right. So now if I just lt slash dot config. Damn, there still is a lot. Alright, let's use Claude here. You are in my dotfiles repo. It uses toml bombadil Rust program for config management. Please cross-reference. I currently have, and tell me any configs that are missing from my dot file that are included in my dot config, in my home slash dot config. Righty. All right. Yeah. Flame shot equals source equals paired slash flame shot target close quote dot config slash flame shot XT sort or source close quote shared slash as config slash. Okay. So we added those two. All right. So, all right, I gotta check some real quick. All right. Okay. We are back. I low-key want to see if Claude could just like do all of this. But with that said, like a lot of these I don't use anymore. Like Conky, Micro, Mopity, MPV, Neofetch. So I can low-key remove those. Alright, almost done. I believe I have all these done already. Alright. I'm not gonna lie, I think well, I don't even, here's the thing, MSI per key RGB doesn't even work anymore. Like, I'm 90% sure I uninstalled some of this. MSI dash per RGB. But, like, Mopity still has yeah. So I probably have to manually go through and clean them up. What does Claude have to say about this? Alright. Well, I have to use the restroom. So I'm just gonna go ahead and end the live. It was a short one. But I'm just about finished up here, and when I have something more exciting and fun going on, I'll be live again. But until then, y'all, take care. Have a wonderful rest of your day. I'll catch you again later.